Let me start this video off by saying something that needs to be said more often in the prepper and gun world. You don't need the most expensive gear on the market to be prepared. If you're just starting out, if you're building your first home defense pistol, if you're on a real budget like most Americans are right now, then you've probably looked at pistol weapon lights, right? Seen the prices north of $200 to $300 and thought there's no way that I could afford that. And then you walk into Harbor Freight and you see the Braun pistol weapon light, $50, and you wonder, is this thing junk or does it actually work? Well, I tested it, I ran it, I've used it. Today, I'm giving you the honest answer. So stick around.
Survival, emergency preparedness, everyday carry, SHTF, gear, Patriot prepper.
What's up, guys? So look, on this channel, we don't review gear based on hype, sponsorships, or price tags. We review it based on one simple question. Does it do the job it's supposed to do when you need it? Today, we're looking at the Braun pistol weapon light from Harbor Freight. Before we go any further, this weapon is clear, safe. So, the Braun pistol weapon light from Harbor Freight. It's a budget option that a lot of people are curious about, but few honestly talk about. Why? Well, because it's not $200 or $300. This light you're not seeing on the tactical magazines or on all the other gun tubers and all that, because it's inexpensive, right? And we all know inexpensive stuff is just junk, right? Not really. So before we talk about this specific light, we need to talk about why a pistol weapon light matters at all. All right. So most defensive encounters happen in low light or even no light, whether that's inside your home, late at night, early morning, maybe a power outage, bad weather, stressful conditions. A pistol light allows you to identify what you're aiming at, confirm a real threat, avoid tragic mistakes, and maintain control in the dark. This isn't about looking cool. This is about making correct decisions under stress. And here's a prepper mindset part. A light on your pistol is a force multiplier, even a budget one. All right, guys. So look, before we actually get into the nitty gritty. So this is the package. I've already opened it, kind of tear it up to get it out. But of course, so you get a light, right? You get the light with batteries, right? So that's plus. It comes with your different rail mounts, all right? So the Glock automatically comes in it. So, and then you have them for, you know, your SIG, your 1911s. But so you have all your mounts. It comes with an Allen wrench, and then it comes with extra screws and mounting hardware. All right, so the package claims 1,000 lumens, up to 1.5 hours runtime, range up to 850 feet, drop proof at 5 foot, sleek low profile design, impact resistant glass. All right, so let's talk numbers. All right, the Braun pistol weapon light costs around $50. That alone makes this accessible for a lot of people. Like I said, this light is rated to 1,000 lumens, and that's more enough for indoor use, home defense distances, hallways, rooms, garages, backyards. It comes with batteries included. I believe these are CR123s, which is another win. No extra purchase necessary to get this thing running. Right out of the package, you can mount it, turn it on, and go. So what I will say, when you pick this light up for the first time, you notice it really doesn't feel cheap, right? Now, is this duty grade? No. but it's not flimsy plastic either, right? The housing actually feels solid. The mounting system actually locks onto the pistol rail securely. Once mounted, it stays put. So getting it installed, very simple, very easy. It don't take no time. There you have it. It functions. So you can hear the little tactile click on it, right? So, or if you want just, if you don't want to keep it on momentary, you just barely press it. And as long as your finger is holding that pressure down, it's going to stay on. Once you release, it goes off. Or you can have it on all times. Another feature this does have is strobe, right? It does have the strobe effect. But it stays put, right? Like I said, I've ran this. I've probably put about 2.5 boxes. So we'll just say 150 rounds close to it. Through it, haven't had any issues. As far as working the light, I would say roughly 25 to 30 minutes so far as runtime, and the battery is still strong. When I was doing some testing, I actually tested it up against this right here. So again, gun is safe, no magazining. This is the Olight Valkyrie PL Mini 2. This is 600 lumens. All right. This is what I tested it with. As you can see, the Braun tactical light is a lot larger. It's pretty much the same thing as the Streamlight TRL1 clone. That's exactly what it is. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's the same design, same size. This I went with, like I said, the Olight. This is another budget-friendly weapon light. A lot smaller. It is rechargeable, and this is by Olight. 600 lumens. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm out in my backyard right now. I know it's hard for y'all to see right now. I'm about to be shining the light. This is going to be the light from Harbor Freights. This is on a Palmetto dagger. So you see my lawnmower. Behind the lawnmower is a rabbit pen. It's about 150, 175 feet away. And as you can tell, this thing reaches out there good ways. So it has a steady on and then also strobe. Okay. This thing is very bright. 1000 lumens. All right, next, I'm going to be getting my next pistol light out. This is just so we can compare. This is on my HKVP9. This is with the, I think it's the Valkyrie, PL Valkyrie Mini from Olight. This is 600 lumens. All right, so you can tell, definitely not near as bright as the Harbor Freight. All right, and again, this is Harbor Freight. How you tell, very much, a lot more brighter. All right, so like I said, so mounts easily onto the rail. I have it mounted right now on the Palmetto Dagger Compact, right? So budget light, budget pistol. Something like this, you put in your nightstand and you instantly have a defensive weapon that does not cost an arm and a leg. Okay. All right. So on this light, it is the controls are ambidextrous. It's simple. You're not cycling modes. You press the switch, the light comes on, right? And under stress, simple is good. That's what you want. Now let's talk about what everyone really cares about, and that's the light itself. Like I said, 1,000 lumens. This thing is bright. All right. Inside your house, it'll absolutely light up a room. So you do get a strong center hotspot with usable spill around it. Okay, and that's gonna and that's good. It's bright enough to identify persons, see hands, check corners, control a dark space. I tested this in low light conditions, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Right? There's no flickering, no delay, no weird behavior. You press a switch and you get light. That's what matters. Okay. Now, I just didn't turn this thing on and call it a review, right? I mounted it. I handled the pistol. We shot the pistol. I used it in low light environments, and I ran it like someone actually would in a defensive pistol. Now, no, I did not go out throwing the light, abusing it, because I don't. That's not the way I treat my tools, right? I used it and I tested it the same way that I would be testing it any of my other gear. Okay, and like I said, I ran this for about a month and a half now, testing it, using it, and the honest truth is it works, plain and simple, right? It stays mounted, it turns on when you need it, it provides enough light to identify threats and the surroundings. Now, is this the best pistol light on the market? No, I'll be honest with you, it's not, right? But does it do the job it's designed to do? Yes. Now, let's set some realistic expectations, okay? Now, this is a budget pistol light, okay? It's not designed for military combat, law enforcement duty use, or daily professional use. All right, if you're a cop, if you're a soldier, if you're running hard training classes every week, this is probably not your long-term solution, okay? But now for new gun owners, new preppers, home defense pistol, maybe a backup setup, somewhat a budget-minded families, this light makes sense. And here's the important truth. You don't have to start with the best gear on the market, right? You start with what your budget allows. And having a functional light is better than having no light at all. Okay, that's just it. Now, let's talk about some pros and cons, right? And I'll break this down as honest as I can. All right, so the pros, it's $50, right? $50 at Harbor Freight. 1,000 lumens, which is plenty for defensive use. Batteries included, simple controls, and it works as it's intended. Now, some of the cons, really. So, unknown long-term durability, right? So, $50, is it going to last a year, 2 years, 5 years? Who knows, right? This is not duty grade. And the battery life is average, which I wouldn't really say that that's a con. But, I mean, battery life, average. 2 batteries, easy to install, CR123s, okay? But that's it. That's the trade-off. And for most people starting out, that trade-off is acceptable, okay? Now, here's my final take. The Braun pistol weapon light from Harbor Freight, it's not junk. It's not a toy. It's not a scam. It's a budget-friendly, functional pistol light that does exactly what it claims to do. So if you're starting out in your preparedness journey, if you're setting up your first home defense pistol, if money's tight but safety still matters, this light is a solid option. Now remember, Preparedness is built in layers, all right? You don't start at the top. You build your way there. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you used this light? Would you trust this on your defensive pistol? What budget gear has surprised you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your experience helps this community. If this review helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, Patriot Prepper, and share this with someone just getting started. Stay ready, stay alert. This is Patriot Prepper, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank y'all.